Hi, welcome to another Ranking Ball event. Again, we are going to do another Pick'em event for you right now. But this time, we are doing the season opener for the NFL. That's right, the Green Bay Packers against the Chicago Bears. So as I mentioned before, I don't know if I really like Chicago's, I like Chicago's defense, but the reality is I do think Green Bay is going to win. So, I'm going to have to go with Green Bay's defense in that regard. So we can just glance at some of the news and just kind of see what's out there right now. How will Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers offense perform in their first game under Matt LaFleur? Okay, so the guys run LA's offense. So if that's the case, then I'm going to expect a lot of passing. And the reality is Green Bay has never been much of a passing team. Or a running team, pardon me, a running team. I mean, back in the day they had Ahman Green. And that was with Favre too. So, but even then, it wasn't really. So we're gonna stick with that. So boom, we've got our quarterback. Now let's move on to our running back. David Montgomery. David Montgomery is an interesting case. 3rd round pick. Everybody is talking about him. Everyone. When I read all the other fantasy news, when I read all the other NFL stuff, it's always, what's David Montgomery gonna do? Is he the real deal? Blah 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 blah. Right here, you see that? So here's the thing. I don't like Green Bay's running chances, but I do like Montgomery, so let's put him in there. And obviously running backs in fantasy football are huge. They are crucial. So I believe Aaron Jones is the starter. Wide receivers, so obviously I do, let's see, Devontae Adams. So this is a simple diagonal right now. You see the line, you have Devontae Adams, Green Bay's defense, and Aaron Rodgers. In my mind, that's going to be a lot of points. That is going to be a lot of points. Now we should put Allison in there as well. Tight end Jimmy Graham, obviously we got to go with Jimmy Graham. That's a no-brainer. And kicker Mason Crosby. Yeah. Wow. So this board is actually set up rather one-sided, and I actually didn't think it was going to be that one-sided. And even, I mean, the hard part is in terms of the tight end, because I don't even know who their tight end is. Trey Burton. If I'm being honest, I don't even know who that is. And he's got a 0% chance of fantasy points per game and a 0% chance of a pick. So Jimmy Graham, I know Jimmy Graham because back in the day, he used to be in Seattle, and obviously before that was New Orleans. He is getting older, but he's a veteran player, so I'm going to have faith in him. So here's the thing. Mason Crosby. I'm going to go with Mason Crosby because, I mean, obviously everybody knows Chicago's kicking problems of recent. I'm zero faith in their kicker. Obviously the quarterback. Wide receiver, I mean, I could have more. I could have one more from them, but even that is, I mean, I guess, you know what? Let's do this. Let's take out Jones because, again, I don't want to question there, but I believe Terry Cohen is there. So boom. So let's do it that way. That way it's a little more balanced. If he doesn't answer, it's going to be really bad.
Hey, Jin.
Dominic, what's going on, man?
Not much, just chilling. How about you?
I am just setting up a board. We are actually live on Twitch right now, so just a heads up.
Oh, all right.
So I've got some questions. So first off, I just want to introduce. So right now, I am on the phone with Dominic. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, but you go by YaBoySavage, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you are a bit of a football analyst. Am I correct?
That's a pick. Oh, if we house this, it's game. If we house this, it is game over.
So I am actually curious to what you have on your board, or who you have on your board.
So, let me pull it up because since I am talking to you on the phone, let me just make sure that I pull it up. I want to just get it on the app so I can tell you.
No.
Do you want me to tell you exactly where everybody is?
You know what? You can either tell me or you can leave it a surprise. But as long as you give me a few names, that's going to be good. I'm curious to what your thoughts are about. I mean, I feel like Aaron Rodgers versus Mitchell Trubisky. It's a no-brainer.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think everybody probably should 100% select Rodgers.
So the question that I have, and I think the thing that I struggled with the most is I think Aaron Rodgers, like you said, I think he will ball out as well, and I think that he's going to put up a lot of points. So if that's the case, I think Green Bay is going to win. So when I picked my defense, I obviously, if I'm being honest, I like the Chicago defense. a lot more, obviously led
Yes.
by, Khalil Mack.
Yeah, Khalil Mack. Yeah, Eddie Jackson, Kyle Fuller.
HaHa Clinton Dix is on the back end, isn't he?
Yeah, and they had the best run defense in the league last year. Out of all the teams that made the playoffs last year, they were the number one defense in the playoffs. But the big reason that for me at least, I know it's obviously you're probably stacking more Packers players than you are Bear players.
Yes.
So it's obviously rough to pick players that go up against your defense. That's always a fantasy nightmare.
Yeah.
And but sometimes sometimes it's beneficial. But in a game like this, I personally am taking the Packers defense.
Okay.
I don't mind taking that risk. I think if anything, the Packers play the Bears tough. They always play the Bears tough. I mean, it's that NFC North Division game. That's just it's Bears Packers prime time in Chicago.
Yes.
So the Packers are coming in there with so much motivation. If you can knock off a division rival away to open up your season, that is the most unbelievable boost of momentum to start the year off.
So one of the things that I did as a result, because I did go with the Packers defense, but everybody's talking about David Montgomery. And if I'm being honest, I don't respect the Packers' run game. So, I mean, even if you have a guy like Bakhtiari, but
David Bakhtiari.
Yeah. I went with two Chicago running backs with Tariq Cohen and David Montgomery.
I went with I do have Tariq Cohen as my flex.
Yeah.
But as for my two running backs, I actually went Jamal Williams and Aaron Jones. And a big reason that I did that is because a great passing attack opens up a run game, in my opinion. And like I said, as much as I like Mitchell Trubisky, no offense to no downing to his grade or anything, I personally just believe that, if Aaron Rodgers gets hot, they're not going to stack the box anymore. And the second they stop stacking the box, they're going to pound, especially if they get up by a lot.
Yes.
So you're just going to be able to get a lot of garbage time yards. That's just how I look at it.
Okay. Tight ends. I mean, I went with Jimmy Graham. To be honest, that's the only name I recognized out of that.
Me too.
Yeah.
100%. I would definitely go Jimmy Graham. Nothing against Trey Burton and stuff like that, but I just feel plus Trey Burton's been on the injury report all week.
Yeah.
But Jimmy Graham, I feel like now, since the Packers actually have they have Marcus Valdez-Scantling at the 2 confirmed, Geronimo Allison at the 3. That's going to cause the Bears to have to actually Devontae Adams is probably going to be double all game. You're probably going to get a lot of one-on-ones with Marcus. You're probably going to get a lot of one-on-ones with Geronimo. And then you're probably going to get a lot of one-on-ones with Jimmy Graham.
Yes.
And that's something that I look forward to, because I think Jimmy Graham, he might get that 6-target game. If he can come down with at least half of those as catches, I'm content with that.
Well, I think we probably have. Well, I mean, I want to say we have similar boards in some aspects, but I think we do differ a lot when it comes to running game and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how it plays out. So Dominic, just before you leave, how can people get a hold of you?
Twitter.com/YaBoySavage_. My YouTube channel is YaBoySavage. My Twitch channel is YaBoySavage. All over that. I don't have an Instagram. I'm sorry, but I do have Twitter. I'm always on Twitter. Reach out for any fantasy knowledge. I always like to talk about fantasy, especially now, with the season up. Just starting tomorrow night. I'm so excited.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Dominic, and we will. I'll hit you up later. Okay. All right, so there we have it. We do have a different insight and a different view on how they went with their board. So he was talking about junk yardage with the running backs and just basically cleanup time. So, towards the end of the game, he kind of assumes that if Green Bay is up, that they are just going to start running the ball more and more just to run the clock out. And that's where he says that his running backs are going to pick up that yardage. So that's what he was referring to about that. Don't forget, check out Dominic at YaBoySavage. He does have a Twitch account, which he will be streaming the Chicago Green Bay game alongside us. As you can see, it says right here that I am hosting this game. So if you want to play against me, sign up and check that one out. So from all of us here at RankingBall, I want to thank you, and we will see you tomorrow night. Good luck. Rise the ranks.